Hey class, it is Mrs. Gilling back here again, ready to go over your Unit 5 assignments, your project steps, and your current event as discussion assignment. Can you believe you're already in Unit 5? One more unit after this, and it is summer vacation, and you can go create your own memories and your own experiences for history. But before we get into our projects, I got a joke for you. You ready? So, old King Cole, besides being a merry old soul, because a merry old soul was he decided one day that he had a great idea. He had the best idea anyone's ever come up with. He said, I have a new law. From this day forth, let it be known that all people in my kingdom must put mayonnaise in their cabbage. And from that day forth, throughout the land, it became known as Cole's Law. Get it? Cole's Law. Coleslaw. Mayonnaise in your cabbage. Oh, man. Oh, I love that joke. You might not. Maybe I'm just hungry. I don't know. But anyways, I thought it was a pretty good one. Let's move on though. Let's move on to your project steps for Unit 5. So project number 2, you're working on this still. If you remember right, we're learning about how different events that happened after World War II and the Cold War affect us today, and how we can see the impact of the war still on us. And so hopefully you completed your fact list and got that done. This unit, we're going to work on 2 different things. First, you're going to work on your outline, and then you're going to work on your rough draft and turn those in. So here, just a reminder of your essay topic. History is the story of cause and effect. One development has a tendency to lead to another, and the world of today creates the world tomorrow. World War II and the Cold War were large-scale dramatic events that involved most of the nations on the planet, and the impact of these events can still be felt today. In a 5-paragraph essay, pick at least 3 events or developments in the post-World War II era and explain their connections to World War II or the Cold War. So here's your outline instructions. In FlipSwitch, there's a template that they have, and I've gone ahead and I've created one that is specific to our topic, not the one that FlipSwitch. Remember, we're not doing that, but to our topic. You can click a link that will bring you to a Google doc that you can fill out. Just make sure that you go file, make a copy, and then you can edit that if you prefer to use that. So it says use the template to complete an outline for your project number 2 essay or slideshow. You will need to click on file and make a copy. Pick 3 of the topics from your fact list to form your body paragraphs. When you're done with your outline, submit it in lesson 21 in order to receive credit. So you'll have a list of the 6 events. I want you to narrow that down to the 3 that you're most interested in. Then you're going to, in your outline, put your introduction facts, then you'll put information for body paragraph 1, which will be one of the events. Body paragraph 2 is the second event, and body paragraph 3 is the third event, and then information on conclusion, and then any of the sources that you use. So a very simple outline. And just a reminder, sometimes people skip over this, and I don't really understand, because as long as you try and you do the assignment and you actually complete it, you get 100%. Even if you had some accidents here or there, some mistakes, some things to fix, it's okay. The point of an outline is to get your mind going and to mentally organize your essay and see what things are going to look like. So just turn these in, get 100%. The only ones that you actually lose points on is your final draft, because at that point, after you've done all these steps, it should be polished. It should be really good. So you do these steps to help prepare you for the final. So the outline is just pretty straightforward. Biggest thing to remember is don't do it based on the information in FlipSwitch, based on their prompt. You're doing it off my prompt. And you're going to still submit it, though, in lesson 21, where you would have submitted it normally. So just submit it there. And if you have any questions about that, let me know. So you have 2 steps this unit. You also are going to complete your rough draft. So I'm not going to go over the prompt again because we just talked about it. But what you're going to do is utilize your outline and fact list assignments to help you write your rough draft. So this one, it needs to be, you have a full introduction, your full 3 main points, and a full conclusion with your sources. So it's as if you're writing your essay. If you do a great job on this, it's going to help you when you write your final, because you could turn it in and maybe I only give you a couple of feedback, a couple of things to work on. And if that's the case, you change those things, turn it in, and then you won't have to do a whole lot in the next unit for your project. So my advice is to work really hard, turn in a good rough draft, and then take my feedback and then fix it and then turn it in again for your final copy. Please remember to look at my feedback. If you've turned in your fact list, please go back to that fact list and see if there were any comments that I made. And I promise I've made some. So go back and look at those comments, because you don't want to go and write your rough draft and realize that you made the same mistake twice. Fix the mistakes on your fact list and then come back and finish your outline and your rough draft. Pretty straightforward assignments for this. But just a lot of students get overwhelmed. They go, oh, a project. Oh my goodness, a 5-paragraph essay. I don't want to do that. But if you break it up, I promise it's not going to take that long. It's not going to be too difficult. And you'll actually learn a lot. This project, I love it because it's so important to apply the past with the present. That's why we learn about history. Which actually brings me to your current event discussion assignment. So just like all of the other units, it's very similar, just different topics. So step 1, pick one of the following topics from the unit. This time you get to choose between cyber warfare, super interesting, climate change and natural resources, and the Bosnian genocide. After you've picked your topic, you're going to write a paragraph, 3 to 5 sentences, explaining or summarizing the topic that you chose. Then I want you to go and do some research. Find what's going on in the world today. What events are going on? You can find a ton on these topics, especially cyber warfare and climate change. A ton. Find a current event, something that's been written within the last 3 months that relates to the topic you chose. How do they relate? You'll write a paragraph then that summarizes the article or the video, and then for your last paragraph, you'll write 3 to 5 sentences explaining how the topic from the unit and the current event you learned about relate to each other. And then make sure to paste the link to the article at the end of your discussion post. That's it, guys. It's not that hard. A lot of people are skipping over these. Don't. You learn so much, and they're worth points. You cannot pass this class if the only things you do are the workbooks, the checkpoints, and the exams. You can't. They don't give you enough points. You have to work on these projects and the current event discussion assignments and the video projects. So now that you've watched this, you've learned what your project steps are, you learned about your current event discussion assignment, please go to our Google Classroom and complete the video assignment number 5. It helps me know where you're at, if you understand the projects, and it gets you credit for sitting and watching this video. I mean, it's pretty awesome. You get a cool joke, so you want to watch it anyways, but get some credit for doing it. So please let me know if you have any questions, and hey, go and get yourself some coleslaw now. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.